down. This is Geis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And now back out comes the offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Rosen on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
4th down, here's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 3-yard gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Over! Gun!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener. Adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. There's guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big run there by Johnson. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
They pitch it out to Johnson, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
No. Check. Patriot.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes left side. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
That was was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Rosen. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schwartz, and he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? After they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Rosen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. For anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On play action, Rosen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The busy night continues for Johnson. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Leopard!
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught at the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Here we go with Geis. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Darius Geis, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes it 24-13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points. And you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming. And I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Rosen off the play action. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Johnson on the counter. Fights off the defender. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action. It's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. And Robinson with a big catch. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. David Johnson, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.